Now, you know, college not getting any less expensive, but there are ways to lower the burden of sending a child away to school. Tim Gorrell is the executive director of College Advantage, Ohio's 529 plan, and he joins us now to talk about how to make the dreams of college a reality. Thanks so much for coming in to talk about this. We're going to talk about why it's especially important to think about this time of year. But first of all, refresh our viewers of what a 529 plan is.
A 529 plan is a tax advantage way for people to save for education costs. And it's you have a federal tax advantage in that the funds that go into the plan are after-tax dollars, but they grow tax-free. And whenever they're withdrawn for acceptable or qualified expenses, they're not taxed. And then also, Ohio residents have a tax advantage in that they can claim up to $4,000 off their Ohio taxable income.
So saving for college to a 529 plan is good. And you've put together some numbers to illustrate if somebody just used their tax refunds, the average tax refunds, what a significant difference that can make in educating a child.
And that's correct. A lot of people look at the enormity of what costs after high school. We don't like to affiliate it solely on college, because people tend to think of four-year brick and mortar schools, which is certainly what this can be used for. But it can also be used for trade or technical schools. So something needs to happen after high school, unless you're Bill Gates or Steve Jobs. You don't go to college. But whether that's to be a welder, to be a plumber, to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever the case may be. And so there's costs affiliated with that. And people look at the enormity of that cost and think, well, there's no way we can do that. And so we try to recommend ways to save it, maybe taking chunks at it. And so as you alluded to, if you take your income tax, the average tax return last year for an Ohioan was roughly $2,700. And if each year, if you just took that and invested it, you could have up to 40% of the cost in 18 years.
Yeah, that's incredible. But as you noted, the cost of paying for university, for college nowadays is breathtaking. So other family members may want to help out, and there's ways that they can help out as well with this.
Yes, the student loan debt in this country is risen to $1.5 trillion.
Yeah.
That's significant. And that's not only young people coming out of school, but also parents are assuming some of that debt. And so there are three ways basically to pay for whatever comes after high school. That may be, you can do something before, during, or after. Yeah. And so we'd advocate doing before. And this can be a friends and family affair thing. We do recommend, a lot of grandparents will look at that too, to help their grandkids. I think everyone agrees that kids have enough stuff. Yeah. And while maybe on a birthday or Christmas, a contribution to a 529 savings plan won't elicit the joy that the latest toy or widget does, nonetheless, over time, it will be much appreciated. Parents appreciate it, and certainly the beneficiary will.
Yeah. If anyone wants more information about Ohio's 529 plan, where should they go?
Very easily. Whatever search engine you use, if you search Ohio 529, you'll be taken to our webpage. We have a call center, 1-800-AFFORD-IT. You can call. Very easy to do. Minimum contribution is $25. It can go much higher than that, but we advocate just getting started, and we have online tools that will help people navigate this.
All right, very good. Thank you so much for coming and talking about what is a growing and continuing problem in our country right now.
Thank you.